Your job interview is probably the highest pressure performance that many of you will ever have to take on. So you've got to be prepared. So we get this question a lot. Hey, how do I prepare so that I crush my job interview? Well, I'm going to just give you 3 basic things that if you just prepare in these areas, you're going to do way better than you possibly think and even be able to overcome the nerves. The first thing is you need to prepare for the questions you might get, the answers that you will give, and the questions that you need to ask. You actually need to prepare. And it's not that difficult for you to think through knowing the job description the way you know it. You've applied for it. And there are all kinds of ways for you to kind of sit down and think through, well, they may ask me this about my experience. They may ask me this about my education. They may ask me this about my skills. Be prepared. Think through the different types of things that they might ask. And don't worry about the specifics of the question. Think about the general themes. You have a good idea about what they're looking for. They're looking to decide if you meet the requirements that they've already listed out. So be prepared to answer questions all around the job description and the requirements. Secondly, look like you belong. Actually prepare by doing research. You can talk to HR, the people who set the interview up with you, or whoever it is, even if it's a smaller company. What's the dress code? And don't overdress and don't underdress. Dress like the description of what they tell you. So you look like you belong. You're not trying too hard, and you're certainly not just blowing the interview off. And then finally, if you have prepared, I can tell you this, even if your brain freaks out with nerves, it's probably going to pull 75% of what you've prepared for. So act confident because you know you've prepared. See, when we prepare, it doesn't mean the nerves are going to go away, but what it means is that you know that you've done your homework and you can actually deliver. And one little tip, it's okay to write some thoughts down, some reminders, things you want to remind yourself of as far as how to act. Sit up straight, smile, write that down on a notepad and take it with you. And you can glance at it during the interview. Write things down. Even if you write your name, your mom's name, write something down that the interviewer said to you. This is not a crutch. This is actually a wonderful prompt, and it will make you look prepared. So those are 3 things that you can do to absolutely win the interview by standing out.